Hello and welcome to today's daily Leetcode challenge. Today I'll be solving the question and going through my thought process. Then stick around for the end of the video where I compare my solution with the solution of others. Um, and yep, that's pretty much it. Let's begin question 2707, extra characters in a string. So you're given a zero-indexed string S and a dictionary of words dictionary. You have to break S into one or more non-overlapping substrings, such as each substring is present in dictionary. Then there may also be some extra characters S, which are not present in any of the substrings. Okay, so we're given two parameters. We're given a string and a dictionary, which is actually just a list. And that string, that string can be broken up into a number of different substrings. We have to see if that substring exists in dictionary. Then those characters are essentially just going to be used. And if I'm guessing that if there's a substring such that it is not present in dictionary at all, then that character uh, of S, that substring of S, is not used, and return the minimum number of extra characters left over if you break up S optimally. Okay, so in my own words, we're given a string S. We're also given a dictionary of random strings. S can be broken down into multiple different substrings. We have to first match if those substrings exist in dictionary. If they do, then those characters or that substring of S is marked as used. At the end of us going through all of these substrings, there potentially are some characters or some substrings of S that do not appear anywhere in dictionary. We have to return the number of those characters. Okay, as an example, for S we're given Leetcode, and the dictionary is just an array of strings Leetcode. Leetcode. So we can see that leet appears in the dictionary or in the string, code appears in the string, but Leetcode doesn't. And so when we use up leet and code, we're able to see that S is the character that is not used. And so that is the extra character that we have to return the length of. And since there's only one, we return one. Say hello world. Dictionary hello world. Hello and world are used up. Say isn't. Say is made out of 3 characters, and we return that. Okay, so how would I do this? Well, it's pretty obvious to me that we have to iterate through all different substrings of S. And if we have to do that, then there must at some point be 2 for loops, one nested, that goes through all of the, facilitates going through all of the substrings of S. And then let's have something like a DP array, dynamic programming array that will have the length of the unused characters, if the given input string is so an array DP that in itself holds the minimal number of extra characters for each sub length of the input S. For example, well, actually, let's begin coding this. We'll probably need the length of s. This is actually going to be used right away to define what my DP array is going to be. Its length is going to be, I'll initialize it with the worst possible case, with the worst possible case being that all of the characters are not used. Probably won't happen. The length of it is going to be one more than the length of s, and I'll show you why later. Let's initialize the first index of dp to 0. And this is exactly why we need more, because dp signifies how many characters we include, and 0 is one of those options. Finally, let's have an easy way to figure out if something is in this dictionary or not. Let's call this a set, dict set, and okay. And now for the two for loops. Okay, so I'm going to have an end in range 1, and this is just going to be L plus 1. Length of the S, because this is exclusive, I need to do L plus 1, I believe, right? Then we need length of the substring in range also 1 to, starting with 1 and going to L plus 1. Okay, and now since we have access to this string, let's have our condition, where if s of end minus length is, until the end in dict set. So basically, if our substring, which we will inevitably eventually get, is in the dict set, then do something. Now, what is this something going to be? Well, that something is going to be dp of end, which is what we're trying to find. We're currently trying to figure out what dp of end is equal to min of dp of end, and in the case, well, what is this? dp of end minus length, I believe. Now, why dp of length? Because if we find that leet, or let's say that if we find that code is in the if the substring code is in the array or in the set, then the possible minimum could be, actually I need this thing here too. dp end is equal to dp end minus 1 plus 1. Return dp minus 1. Condition here finds the minimum of either the previous how do I say this? If I find the substring code in my dictionary, then what that means is the previous value of what the minimum unused characters is will be carried over from the DP position of the length of this substring of the current position minus the length of the current substring. And so in this case, for example, here, we are definitely not using a minimum of one character, right? But then when we go and look at code, like when we iterate through C, O, D, E, we see that here we don't have to adopt what D, O, and C are because these also don't exist. But we actually adopt what is here. And so with that, yeah, let's submit this code. And my computer's about to die, but hopefully, sweet. First try. Okay. Let's quickly compare to what some better solutions are. Apologies in advance if my computer dies. It's not gonna die. I'm actually just gonna gloss over this. It seems like some of these use external libraries like LRU cache, which I don't like using. And this is actually pretty much one-to-one with what we wrote, except they go in a little bit of a different direction than constructing the two for loops. But yeah, overall, what is our time? Yeah, I would say that I'd say this is a very viable solution, and stick to whatever is um, more straightforward and easy to read. And out of these, I would just say probably something like this. Okay, well, with that, sorry to cut it short, but yeah, feel free to use this, and thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye.